So this is the base deal, and so I'm wearing this jacket just to show you where it came from. So the idea is that you're gonna deal a card from behind your hand that's holding out. So it started with the hold out deal where the card is kind of halfway up the sleeve, just like this. So when you get the deck back, when somebody shuffled it, you can then deal the top card from the deck, which is actually coming from here. So you're controlling what the top card is. So once you get the deck back, the hand goes underneath, works this card slowly behind the hand, and then you're essentially doing something of a bomb deal, like this. This lends itself to this idea where you can have them deal you one card. So you're holding your hand out waiting for it, card comes in, this slowly works its way out, and this hand tilts in at the same time as this is being dealt. This is a little bit tricky. I'm going to take this jacket off in a second to explain how this has developed. So it starts here, we get dealt this card comes slowly out, you do like this, cards change. Let me get rid of the jacket. In fact, even before that I used to do this thing where I would take the bottom card, get it into a back palm underneath the deck, give them the deck, have them deal me a card, and it'd come from this position. So I twist it around a little bit, get it into position, and then deal. But then you find this horrible buckle there's no explanation for. So the development of this goes to the watch. So now you can hide a card just in the watch, hides behind your hand. Card gets dealt to you and you do the same thing. So you're going to move this card into position behind the hand. You're going to pretend to be taking this card. Now as you take this card, you're going to press down on this as if you're going to pull it away with the thumb. All you're really doing is pushing it into a palm position, a modified gambler's cock. Once you're ready, this hand is going to wrist kill at the same time as this hand takes the card away. So the thumb's here, presses down, and it goes like this. So you press, get into position, pull, put it down. This hand, very vital that this hand curls inwards so you don't see obviously where this card's come from. So the card's here. I like to make sure that the card as well is already in position for just turning down, so I don't have to try too hard. If it's here, obviously it's going to be difficult. Also, you don't need to rush this card out. You can kind of take your time a little bit. I usually like to just clip it and then pull it into position and let go of the clip, and then just drag it out from under the hand as this hand turns down. Now that's the difficult version because obviously the wrist kill will take a lot of practice to get the timing right. You need to practice a lot in front of the mirror so you can see exactly what they can see. Even a split second timing wrong and they see two things, then you're going to mess up. Now the way to get around that is from having the whole deck in your hand so that you don't have to hide anything. So the card would be in position here. There we go. So they've been shuffling the cards. They put the whole deck back in your hand. And now you don't have to hide anything here, so you can slowly get this card into position. And then pretend to take the top card. And what you're actually doing underneath, you're just going to hold with your fingers to meet your thumb. And the thumb's going to just slide off the top card as this thumb pulls the top card back. So the card's in position, and I don't have to hide anything here. It looks like it's come from the top. So that is the base deal. So there's a few different ways of getting into getting the card into position. If you're wearing a jacket, it can be easy enough to just get it ready and have it sleeved the whole time, so you don't have to worry about getting it into that position. And then you can just work it down to a point where you've got enough of the card exposed to purchase underneath. If you want to get it into position in front of somebody, One of the things that I do is I would get a lateral palm, and then I go underneath like this. So now it's in position in the watch. If you've got a sleeve, you can do the same thing. So Chris Ramsey's got a cool idea of how you can load it into the watch right in front of people. So you're gonna get a top palm, and you're gonna come around and check your watch. Now, when you're in this position, you've got this corner ready to go straight in, and it looks like you're just checking your watch, but really you're getting it into the best position, and you can really take your time and just pretend you're looking at the watch like that. It would usually go straight into the right position anyway, but it gives you the time to kind of get it right and get it lined up. Now there might be a little bit of a discrepancy when you turn your wrist back down because you've got this moment, but as long as it's quick, you know, nobody's going to see that. You can keep your hand there for as long as it takes to look natural, because if you do this, obviously it's going to look a little bit strange, but the speed in this is just going to go straight past them. So once you've got the top palm, you can give the deck to them to shuffle, and when they're shuffling, you're now in a position to come up and check the time. And as they're shuffling, they're not going to be looking at what you're doing. Now you probably don't even need to explain this because it looks like you might be just checking the time, but you can kind of incorporate the action into what you're actually doing. So you could say, I'm going to see how long it takes you to shuffle the deck, so you can set your timer maybe. But I mean, it's such a natural action to just come and check your watch that nobody's probably going to check. And I wouldn't worry neither about, once you're in position, having to have your hand face up, because it kind of just looks like you're waiting for the deck back. And you're going to give them the instruction. You can either say, put the deck in my hand face down, or you can say, deal me any playing card. So it's a very natural position. Even before you explain it, you can stand like this for a long time and it doesn't look strange, it just looks like you're waiting for the deck back. So that was the base deal. Obviously it's going to take a lot of practice to do the single card switch. You're going to want to spend a lot of time just observing yourself, and looking straight in the mirror is a good way of doing it. A lot of people say don't practice straight in the mirror, but I always disagree with that, because when you're looking down at your hands, that reflection is exactly what they're going to see from the position that they're stood in. So the mirror is the best place to do it. And when you're turning the wrist, you're going to really want to rush it to hide the card in the palm, but you'll find in front of people it flies by, because they see one card here and they see one card here, and they're going to follow this hand because this is the action hand. This is the hand that's taking the card. So nobody's going to be looking in this position. And don't even try and hide the hand or the card. Don't try and get rid of it until the moment of revelation. So once you're here and in this position, don't rush this to your pocket. Don't speed it away. Just leave your hand where it is, because nobody's looking. They're always going to be looking over here. Practice is key, as usual with any sleight of hand, more so with this one, especially with one playing card. So that's the base deal. Hope you enjoy it.